Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dear brothers, this Islamic daily routine I'm about to share with you is life changing. Imagine starting your day in a way that's not just about taking off tasks, but filling your hours with real, tangible blessings. Removing the mental fog, getting out more of your day out at the same time, more barakah from Allah. This morning routine has the potential to transform your mind and your body, inshallah, and to make you more aware of Allah's presence in your day. It's about operating at peak performance in your mental, emotional, and the spiritual life. But I have to warn you, this routine only works if you have the bravery and courage to commit to it and to be present. While you do it, do not skip, do not be weak. Number one, perform your morning prayers. The only way to get ahead of everyone else is to start your day the right way. And that means waking up early for Fajr. It is the first victory of the day. Have a firm and resolute intention to wake up every day for Fajr. Not to mention, it is a major sin to sleep through the Fajr. Rather than that, build your sense of purpose. Wake up early, face the day, and bring yourself close to Allah. Don't be like those who are afraid to wake up early, attached to their warm, comfortable beds. Many of them are even weightlifters, athletes who lift heavy weights, and in the morning, they are too weak to lift a blanket off themselves. This is the wrong mentality. You should get comfortable with being uncomfortable, roughen and toughen yourselves, as Umar radiallahu anhu said. Now, let's not forget about the night prayer. Though not obligatory, but praying tahajjud bears significant weight in Islam. This is the time when you seek closeness to Allah. During the last third of the night, a moment when the world is silent and your heart can speak more clearly. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam encouraged this practice as mentioned in the hadith. The best prayer after the obligatory prayers is the night prayer. Sahih Muslim. Subhanallah. Think of the last third of the night as the time when Allah opens His palace for you. Allah directly said that anyone who prays during this hour will have his dua received directly by Allah and it will be answered. Imagine if one of the Muslim rulers opened his palace to you in the early morning and said, "Come by any time after 2 a.m. before Fajr, and I will give you anything that you want from my kingdom." Wouldn't you go? You'd be crazy not to go. But Allah opens His palace for you every morning and you don't wake up early to go. Think about what this means, brothers. Wake up early for tahajjud. Don't miss out on all that you could receive and on all the blessings that are waiting for you from Allah. Now, number two, fasting. Now, in this sense, we do not mean the religious fasting that comes with Islam. We mean delaying your eating. Have you ever realized that when you have a full belly, you end up being lazy and tired? The Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that the worst container any man can fill is his stomach. Now, occasionally on feast days, Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam would fill his stomach, but this was on a very rare occasion. The majority of the time, at most, Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam would have two meals, and one of them was only a small meal of dates and water. You need to learn to use your hunger and leverage it to your advantage. This will teach you how to be disciplined. It will teach you to be self-controlled, and it will help you to forge your mindset and force you to achieve your goals. Now, do not misunderstand. Different people have different priorities. For instance, if your goal is to gain weight and muscle and you are a competitive athlete, then of course fasting in the morning may not be optimal for you. But if you want mental clarity, if you want to forge a strong mindset, strong and resilient mind, and if you are a normal person and not a competitive muscle building athlete, then I would advise you to fast until you deserve to eat. Let me say that again. Fast until you deserve to eat. Earn that meal. Instead of having a full meal as soon as you wake up, just drink 2 to 3 glasses of water and use that hunger to work on specific tasks and goals. At least have some important work done before you eat. For example, you can complete a deep work session, focus on your studies, and even exercise all in the morning before you eat. Why? Because eating makes you slow, it makes you sluggish, it makes your mind foggy, while hunger keeps you sharp, it keeps you ambitious. The majority of high achievers would rather be hungry, alert, and attentive. Number 3, read or listen to the Quran. Starting off your day with the words of the Quran is like starting a trip with the most beautiful scenic route to reach your destination. Whether it's a single verse or an entire chapter, each word of the Quran holds deep and powerful meanings for your soul. When it comes to interacting with the Quran, as a Muslim, they think they need to be fluent in Arabic or become a scholar to apply the teachings in the Quran. This is wrong. You do not have to be a scholar or recite long chapters. Even reading or listening to a few verses in the quiet of the morning can deeply enhance your understanding and iman. In addition to this, seeking understanding from the tafsir is a valuable way to truly understand the Quran. The way that the Sahaba understood it, the Quran is not like the Bible. We as Muslims cannot go and make our own interpretations. Rather, these have very specific meanings that have been understood by the Sahaba and handed down over generation. And it is up to us to find out and understand what they mean, look into the tafsir and understand your Quran to get the most benefit out of it. And do not follow the way of misguidance by trying to make up your own meanings and understandings. Number 4, seek knowledge. The Prophet Muhammad said, seeking knowledge is an obligation upon every Muslim. Ibn Majah. This is not just knowledge of the dunya. The Nabi is most widely believed and understood by the people of knowledge to have meant religious knowledge. All of the Islamic sciences are interconnected and beautifully interlinked with each other. Study any one of them, but first and primarily, begin with Aqidah and Tawheed, because these are the pillars of Islam, and without these, you will be lost. Remember, it's important to learn things that are good and helpful, and this also includes knowledge of the dunya. You should not only lose yourself in the books, but rather bring yourself closer to the people around you. Become a better person, become more capable, and also bring yourself closer to Allah. Planting these seeds of knowledge in your mind is like planting beautiful flowers and fruitful trees in your garden. Number 5, physical exercise. Did you know that Prophet Muhammad said that the strong believer is more beloved to Allah than the weak believer? He encouraged us to be strong and active, to wrestle, to ride horses, to know how to fight, to use archery, to run, and to swim. He showed us being physically fit helps us in so many ways. It's about doing simple things that can make a difference. Especially when you're starting out, think of your body as a vehicle, like a car that you drive every day. For the car to run smoothly and take you places, you need to take good care of it, right? Well, the same goes for your body. Taking good care of it and keeping your blood flowing is not just good for you, it's part of what Islam teaches us. Know this, taking care of your body is not just about looking good or being fit. It's about being capable. It's about being ready to protect yourself, your wife, your kids, your family. It's about when an emergency comes, are you ready to answer the call? It's about respecting the amana that Allah has given you. Whether it's running, walking, playing football, weightlifting, or swimming, find what you enjoy and make it a part of your morning routine, and then add on to it, little by little. Increase your fitness and decreasing your laziness and your weakness. Number 6, eat a nutritious meal. The Prophet ﷺ taught us to eat in moderation, eat less, and to choose foods that are good for us and halal. Once you break your fasting, in the previous step, we compared the human body to a vehicle. where physical exercise is a way to take care of your body. Just as a vehicle needs maintenance to run smoothly, now with this example in mind, let's talk about the first meal of the day, which is like the fuel you put in the car. If the fuel is good, the car runs smoothly. Does it not? In the same way, our body and mind are directly linked. Avoid eating junk food and eat something high in protein with healthy fats and carbohydrates. This kind of meal is balanced and gives you a mix of everything that your body needs. Choose foods that are nourishing, wholesome. It's not just about respecting your body and giving it the best start. You also follow the sunnah, and that will nourish your mind and your spirit, inshallah. So, tomorrow morning, think about what you're eating and make a choice that's good for both your body and your mind. Jazakallah khairan for listening.